Hi, I'm Roxanne Jervis from Canada, and we've been in my pencil art class. We've been doing barns, and I did a series on how to draw barn boards using a stylus, and then we were doing how to draw the shingles on the roof of the barn. So what I had everybody do was I had them actually draw the peak of the barn and find the angle at the top and the angle at the bottom. And then you draw that line out as far as you can until they cross. And then you get your vanishing point. To mention is if you have a vanishing point off the page, which this was, I just took another little piece of paper, taped it on the back, and had the vanishing point. If this was a bigger roof, maybe taller, the vanishing point could have ended out here. So just take another piece of paper, find your vanishing point, and then fold it in for the next time. Okay, the next thing we did was we figured out what the angle was here using our angle mat, and then on the closest corner of the eave we divided that section evenly, and that would actually show you where the shingles come to the front edge of the barn. Then you take that line, a very light pencil line, and line that up with the vanishing point and draw those lines in. Now you have to understand another thing is that shingles close to you will be wider, so you should see that in your drawing. Shingles close to you will be wider than they are at the back. You also have to understand that they also will be stronger in your line. So when we do put the shingles in, these lines will not be near as strong as the lines at the front, and that's what the perspective does to your eye. The other thing you could do, if you look at the barns video, you can do your vertical lines here with your stylus. And I didn't put this on here, but remember that the roof of the barn, the eaves always hang over the edge. So there's a couple little hints to help you just get your basic line done. This is where the fun begins. Now I'm going to take a stylus, and this is where you're going to use your ruler. And I'm going to use the fatter end of the stylus at the front. As I draw my line, I'm going to swivel this a wee bit. I'm using the fatter end of this one. And I'm not going to do a straight line, so it's going to be broken up a wee bit. And what I haven't done yet is put my hard piece of board in the background here. So you draw your line. If you want to use your ruler, you can, and you kind of push into the paper and swivel it a wee bit. And then as you get closer to the back, you go to the finer end, or you can just use the finer end the whole way along. And then you go to the next one and you line it up. When you do this, also go beside the pencil line, because otherwise you'll just put the graphite into the paper and then your shingles won't show up. Beside the graphite, beside the line. And you do that all the way along. Whoops. And then, where the shingles are, you can just do a little squiggle every so often. They don't have to be, every little shingle does not have to be drawn, because the eye will fill in. Make sure the line is parallel to the line here. When all of that is done, and I've got one here just to show you, the roof shingles, as you then take your graphite and you go the same angle as the graphite, as the shingles are growing. And wherever those ridges are, that will show off your shingle. It doesn't have to be uniform in color because there could be trees around, giving you different variations. But isn't that a fun way to get your shingles in without actually having to draw every single shingle. That rhymes, single shingle. Anyway, how to do shingles with using a stylus. Give it a try. Take care. Bye.